Hey, I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate. Tonight we're in Kuala Lumpur and we're exploring Jalan Peel, which is a well-known food street. And there is a ton of amazing street food. We can see satay, we can see chicken wings, we can see rice, noodles. There's a ton of stuff to chow down on. Let's eat. We have nabbed a table and we're going for our first round of eats. So we've got satay, we've got chicken wings, and we've also ordered a Cantonese Mee Hoon. This satay looks absolutely mouth-watering. The guy has been turning those satay on the grill, fanning those flames, and the wafts of smoke have just filled the air. And I mean, we ordered beef and we ordered chicken. We've got a pot of peanut sauce here, and I am just going to go for it and dunk this bad boy in. Whoa. So this is the beef satay, and it is so tender, but there's a beautiful ratio of meat to fat on there, so the meat melts in your mouth and then the fat just bursts and gives you that charcoaly flavour. That peanut sauce is a little bit sweet, but there's just like a tiny gentle hint of chili, so like a small hint of spice that coats your mouth. That is so good. What I also love is that there's fresh cucumber and fresh red onion, so that totally cleans the palate. So I'm going to dunk that in a bit of that sauce and go for that as well. So fresh. Satay is one of those things, like when someone says Malaysian food, like I think of satay straight away, and that is amazing. We've also got chicken wings. Now, I'm like a massive chicken wing fan. I'll eat them any way they come. These have been grilled. They look like they've been basted with some sort of sauce. We've also been given a bit of chili to dip it in, but I'm just going to go for it naked and see what it's like. There's like a honey marinade on that. It's so juicy. The skin's like nicely charred, the meat's really tender. Like, I could snack on these all night long.
So I'm going to try the chicken satay. It was such a show he was putting on, like Sheena said. I got so much B-roll, so sorry if there's a million overlays of that guy just fanning those flames and giving it heaps. It was so exciting to watch. Look at this char grilled piece of chicken. It looks like there's a whole lot of fat in there, like there's some chicken skin interlaced with the chicken pieces, which is really cool. I'm just going to give it a huge dunk in the satay sauce. So it's like a little bit of chili, peanuts. Oh. It's really good chicken because the fat has been completely separated from each piece. So you get a piece of meat that's completely meaty. It's got the little crispy bits from being charred, but then it's got the fat because that's put in there separately, the skin. And so then you get the juicy fat layer, which is even more charred because obviously the fat has taken on that grill, and just the flavor in that is absolutely stunning, and the sauce is incredible. It's a tiny bit spicy, really peanutty. It's a great texture. It's quite thick. That is absolutely beautiful. Now we also have this Mee Hoon, which is a noodle dish. So mee means noodle. It's got pork, prawns, some greens, I think choy sam, and then a really thick gravy with it. So let's just dive in and try some. To be honest, we kind of got this dish because we wanted the greens. We just needed a little bit of green on the table, so let's try. I didn't really get any that time. I'm gonna have to try again. That's nice. It's got an egg is being cracked through it also. It's quite plain. tasting, it definitely feels like a dish that we got just because of the veggies. It's not blow your mind like these satay, and I can't wait to try those chicken wings because they look ace. This is just a good meal. I'm not going to go on too much, it's not that exciting, but let's get back into the exciting food.
I'm washing it all down with a freshly squeezed sugarcane juice. So the sugarcane is rolled through these massive heavy rollers and the juice is pressed out of it that way. It's really sweet and it's very refreshing in this heat. This food has been absolutely epic and I just love this style of eating. It's my favorite. Sitting on the street with the traffic roaring past, just on a little stool, people talking, just locals just coming, popping by to grab a bite to eat for dinner. It's like my favorite bit about Asia.
Like Shayna was just talking about how she loves this type of dining, so do I. And when you're in Malaysia, if you're a tourist looking to visit Malaysia or to KL, or if you have been but you're coming back, everyone knows Jalan Alor. That is the most famous street food street in KL. But there are so many other and better options, like places like this. For starters, it's going to be next to no money compared to Jalan Alor because Jalan Alor is very expensive. And Jalan Alor is like the Disneyland of street food. It's packed with tourists, but you can find these types of places. So Jalan Peel, where we are, which is full of food options, full of locals. It's such a nice place to eat. Let's try these chicken wings. Oh, so tender. I got some chili sauce on there as well. It's really sweet. It's got a little like sour tang, and then a good little kick is just coming in now, but nothing too major. The chicken just slips off the bone, the skin is all slippery and silky. Oh my god.
Everyone has been ordering Nasi Lemak, so we had to go and get a plate too. This place is really heating up. If you know of any other food streets that we should check out whilst we're in KL, please let us know in the comments below. And while you're down there, we would love you to subscribe if you're enjoying our food and travel videos. Nasi Lemak is basically Malaysia's national dish, and it is made up of coconut rice, sambal, which is a chili sauce, slices of cucumber, boiled egg, ikan bilis, which are fried anchovies, and also roasted peanuts. I have added ayam rendang, which is like a curry chicken, and I have also gone completely off piece. I know that a Nasi Lemak should not traditionally have these two salads, so I've added a bean sprout salad and a chopped bean salad, but I just couldn't resist because they just looked so good. So please forgive this untraditional version of Nasi Lemak that I have in front of me. But boy, does this look good. I am just going to try a bit of the rice and a bit of the sambal with some ikan bilis and also some peanuts. I could eat Nasi Lemak all day long. It is just a really comforting dish. All the elements on the plate work together so well. That sambal has got a bit of a fiery kick to it. The anchovies are really, really crunchy.
That was a great stack of savouries. Super fun. Love this eating on the street. I reckon we need some sweet stuff to finish up.
It's time to find dessert. I want to go and get some.
Sheena's picked up some Chinese dessert, so soup basically, but sweet soup. There's an iced one and a hot one. I've got the iced one in front of me, so I'm going to give it a go. It's full of like bits and bobs. It's going to be really interesting to see what's in here. It's got a really sort of a light brown colour. It's really sweet, like almost some sort of caney, sort of sugary sweet. Really prominent, but in a really nice way. You can actually taste the sugar. It's not just a sweetness. It's got quite of a caramelly sort of burnt flavour going on, which is really nice. I'll try and find, I've got a little pink thing. What's that? Just some sort of pink jelly. It's all full. I think there's longangs, like fruit in here as well. So fresh longan. Oh, that's got a real burst of flavour. That's awesome. And then there's these really like jelly-like noodles. For the life of me, I don't know what those are. They don't actually have much flavour, but they're a really cool texture. Each mouthful I'm taking, I'm getting all these weird little noodles. This is an awesome way to finish because it's really refreshing because it's cold. The sweetness, like I said, is not just a huge kick of sweetness like a chocolate bar or something. It's really got flavour in that sugar. That's super tasty. I'm going to get Sheena to try the hot one, see what she thinks.
This really is a bowl filled with treats. So I can see longan in mine as well. There's barley, and I think she said that there was white fungus in there. Like Thomas said, it's very sweet, but it does have a real beautiful mellow caramelized flavour. Great texture with the white fungus. It's really crunchy, and I'm going to try a longan. Wow, that's a real burst of freshness, and I really taste that fruit. That is really, really good.
It's really interesting. I've just switched and I now have the hot one. And on my first bite, now these are the same dish, so that one is on ice, this one is out of a hot pot. But it's exactly the same thing. This now tastes very spicy, it's got a lot of flavour going on, whereas that just doesn't at all. It just tastes more like that beautiful sugar. And it's just, to me, it's like having an apple out of the fridge or an apple out of the fruit bowl. The one out of the fruit bowl is going to be really floral and interesting, whereas the one out of the fridge is going to be crisp, crunchy, and really refreshing. It's a really cool difference.
I prefer the hot. I feel like it just has a lot more flavour. The cold one now, like having it after the hot one, just feels almost bland.
I prefer the cold one.
Perfect.
Perfect. Swap ya. We are done, and we cannot recommend enough doing that. If you're a tourist, definitely track down, if it's this one, so Jalan Peel, but there's multiple places like this, but we really love this place. It was really good. But like we said earlier, step outside Jalan Alor, see something different. The experience is fantastic, and your wallet will be very happy you did so. And any locals, let us know down below, where's your favorite place like this, where we can sit on the street, get a range of stuff, and just really enjoy these balmy evenings.
If you liked this video, we would love you to give it a thumbs up. We hope we've inspired you to eat and explore like a traveller, not a tourist. We'll see you next time. Jumpa lagi!
Jumpa lagi!